What's up guys, Snoopy Blunt here, and this is gonna be my fourth try trying to record this video. I have been going on and on, like, it's the same exact thing. This is gonna be the story, or a commentary about the time that I ran away. I ran away from home at 3 a.m. thinking it was a smart idea with my friend named Jeff. With my friend named Jeff, I ran away at 3 a.m. putting clothes in my backpack. We also had school laptops at the time because we were in school. We had school laptops with mobile hotspots, and we thought it was a smart idea to bring them along. So, knowing this, knowing that I was gonna run away, I had already had it planned out on exactly what I was gonna do. Until my girlfriend at the time, who I will make a video on sooner or later. My girlfriend at the time, who was okay, I guess, texted my friend Jeff, telling him that I was gonna run away because she was the first person I told, the person that I trusted. So she texted him, and he texted me saying, "Hey, blah blah blah. My girlfriend at the time once wanted me to be safe, so she told him to come with me." More or less, like, he already wanted to run away himself, but he decided to come along with me. So we're about, we're going outside at 3. We're gonna take the bus to get to another one of my friend's house. The buses don't start running until about 7. So, or 6, like, it's weird. So the buses don't start running until 6 a.m. It's 3 a.m. We're outside for about 3 hours doing dumb shit and saying nothing but stupid shit. At the time when I had first left the house, I thought I had a freedom. Like, I had nothing, like, in my way to stop me. Like, I felt free. I regretted that a lot because you may think that you feel free, but it's a lot more than just being with fucking flimsy jackets and sweatpants on. We wait. Well, so in between, like, in between us, like, actually getting on the bus, we see a CVS that's a 24-hour CVS. We decide to rob this CVS for drinks and condoms. In all honesty, we rob this store for condoms and drinks, and we wait for the bus to get there, like, but me being a dumbass, I want to say this was at the beginning of COVID. We were supposed to wear masks in order to get on the bus. I had forgotten a mask, so my friend Jeff had to go back to his house. His mom was still asleep, and I want to say it was about 4 a.m. It was quick though, because Jeff had his bike. Jeff decided to bring a bike with him, which is, pretty smart. So Jeff goes back to his house, he gets a mask so that we can both get on the bus. I've got $3 to my name. When we robbed that CVS, I had to use $1 to buy, like, some candies as a, diversion, so they wouldn't just think, "Oh shit, he's robbing the store." So, I used my $1 to buy something like a candy, and I only had $2 left, which was needed to get on the metro. Somehow, the fucking bus drivers were kind of stupid in the head, I guess. They let 2 teenagers on at 6 a.m. thinking it was a smart idea. And not even asking or questioning what we were doing, I asked if $1 could pay for both of us because I don't have money. He said, "Yeah, sure, go to the back." We both had our mask on, and we're in the back of the bus. He falls asleep. I would come up when we get to the bus stop, like the stop to get off. We searched for about 20 minutes looking for the bus stop to like actually get to my other friend's house. We were so fucking lost. We were so tired. We were so dehydrated, hungry. We had no idea how the fuck we were like dumbass TV. We finally, find the bus stop. We get on it, and I want to say like towards the end of the ride, like 20 minutes in, his girlfriend at the time decides to call him and say, "You know how fucking stupid you are? Oh my god, how could you do something so stupid? Your mom is calling me, telling me that I'm the problem." And keep in mind, I'm sitting right next to him. I can hear the whole entire conversation. Because she called him on an app called Hangouts, which is like used for people that don't have phones or whatever. So she uses this, and she calls him, like calling him an idiot and everything, not nice words. So he hangs up, and then she calls back like a little later, a little less mad, telling him to come back home, in a calm voice. When he says like no, she starts screaming at him again because like he had never done anything like this before at the time. So he finally just decides to hang up and leave it behind and just close his computer and not talk on it. So when we get there, her parents are there. So we're like not actually gonna be able to enter the house anyways. And then at the end of the day, we couldn't still enter the house because she has very strict parents, so a strict mom. So we wait about 30 minutes outside in this cold weather. I knock on her window though, 4 times, and her dad almost hears me, he was in the room, and I knocked right after he left the room. So she goes, "Oh my god, my dad was like right there at the door," and I was like, "Oh shit." So I get a little doggy blanket, like the ones that go inside, like the doggy bed or whatever. This is like a washed one. It was like okay. I want to say it was about the size of my legs, and I'm like about 5'7" ish or 8" ish, and it's like the size of my legs. So it's a fair size blanket, just not for what I needed. For the time being, it supplied enough warmth until her parents left. Her mom and my mom were friends, so my mom texted her mom saying "Do you know where Junior is? Is Junior at your house?" That's my nickname. Well, why? And she goes, "Because Junior is gone." So her mom, knowing that me and her are good friends, she decides to come back to her house, speed back, like fucking Dream on a speed run, back to her house, and says, she comes back, she sees me and Jeff trying to walk into a bayou type of the sort, and she sees us, she gives us the option, either get in the car. Well, there wasn't an option. It was more or less just get in the fucking car. We could have run away, but at this point, my common sense had already kicked in. That's gonna be a really fucking stupid move and a waste of time. So I just tell him I'm gonna get in the car, and Jeff had a bike, so Jeff took his bike. Jeff brought his bike, to the house or whatever. So yeah, Jeff followed back home. She had told me, that really wasn't a smart thing you did, and I was like, yeah, I kind of already knew that. That's the only reason I got in the car. So we finally get back to her house, where we get a huge lecture, obviously, because the shit that we just did was really fucking dumb. we get the lecture, and she calls my mom, but like she tells my mom, give me a second, like I'm actually talking to the kids before I like get on the phone with you. So my mom and her finally like decide to get on the phone, and I'm hearing my mom. I'm like, holy shit! When I get home, it's gonna be tough. So at this point, I'm thinking like, oh, it's gonna be WWE SmackDown Raw, like Jeff Hardy on my shit or whatever. So we get back to the house. Not we get back to her house and everything, and we get the lecture, blah blah blah. I hear my mom. She's like, I'm gonna let y'all cool down a little bit or whatever. So we sit outside our house for like about an hour or so. It's about like 8 o'clock, like 8:30 ish. The dad was there too the whole time, but the dad's a really like chill guy, and like he just told us, we have jobs and we can like look after you kids. Like basically, she tells me that my problems are like a little glass of water, which in all honesty is true. Children's problem a child's problem compared to an adult's problem is so much bigger. Well, no, an adult's problem compared to a child's problem is so much bigger, because like, we don't have problems. You have like, oh wow, you have to go to school and you have to do that, simple shit that isn't really hard. You either decide to do it or you just be a fucking idiot. I hear this and I'm like, damn, she's right. Like my problems ain't shit compared to what my mom deals with on the daily. So she takes us to Denny's to get like breakfast because we're fucking starving, and like a drink and everything. And I was like, damn, I must like really hurt my mom today by doing like some really dumb shit. So I get back to the house, and my mom isn't even angry. It's more or less that my mom is disappointed in me for the choice that I made, than being like angry at me. She like, cause anger wasn't gonna fix the problem. Anger never fixes the problem. I get back, you know, she looks at me right when I walk through the door. It's just disappointment. Her and my mom, like my friend's mom and my mom, they go outside and they talk, like talk like woman to woman type thing, and they took about like 20 minutes. My friend's mom had been through a situation like this, so like she had knew, and like she didn't want my mom to go do the same thing, so they had to talk. And about 20 minutes later, my mom finally comes inside, and she just tells me the same thing that her mom had told me. Today wasn't really a smart choice, and like you don't understand what you really have. It's selfish, and like honest to God, yeah, I was selfish. I wasn't knowing what I had from my mom or respected it at all. And pretty much it was more or less that I was making the wrong choices and not doing smart things that was leading me down to the wrong choices. Room, and like leave her alone so like she can think about like what she's gonna do with me. Like it's she told me just don't do it again. It's not smart, and I had already knew it's not smart. Anger isn't gonna do nothing but make every situation a lot worser. Worse isn't a word. A lot worse. So basically, the moral of this story is just don't run away unless you know that you have a logical reason to run away. You're not gonna think about it. You're just gonna do it because you think that's the best choice at the time, but it's not. It's not the best choice. There's a lot better choices, and you could talk to your parents. Like maybe y'all don't even have parents to talk to. So I mean, it's just you have to be a man, not a man, but like you have to be strong. You can't be weak and snap, and you can't be fragile in this world. So saying that is like Yeah, you've probably been through it more than I have. But just don't run away. It's not smart. It's a waste of time, and it'll only lead you back to where you were already. But anyways, guys, that was Snoopy Blunt, and I'm gonna be logging out. Like I said, I am gonna be dropping a video sooner or later about my current girlfriend at the time of this story. If you guys did enjoy this story about me running away, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next video.